Good morning, everyone. Earlier this week, the state and federal governments announced plans to open about 400 square miles of the Pacific Ocean to offshore wind. And so this morning, I want to talk a little bit about what this might mean for the Central Coast and for SLO County in particular. The White House has set a goal of deploying 30,000 megawatts of offshore wind by 2030. And everything that it would take to hit this target could spur about $12 billion in capital investments and employ more than 77,000 people in the offshore wind industry throughout our country. While the first step towards that target was definitely a focus on the East Coast, Tuesday's announcement means that California and our community have a real opportunity to benefit from this emerging industry. It's an exciting development that could support our local economy while helping to produce renewable energy and position our region as a leader in renewable energy innovation. Now more than ever, we are charged with carefully stewarding our resources and embracing new technologies so that we can sustain our quality of life for generations to come. And offshore wind might just be one of those solutions that we've been looking for. The Central Coast is an especially valuable spot for offshore wind because projects could be connected to existing electrical grid infrastructure at Diablo Canyon or at the shuttered gas plant in Morro Bay. And this existing infrastructure makes our community an ideal spot for an offshore wind farm to connect to the grid and send electricity throughout the state. A recent study showed that a 3 gigawatt wind farm off of the coast of SLO County could generate hundreds of jobs and hundreds of millions of dollars in economic impact. But the mere existence of the offshore turbines isn't enough to create those positive benefits. The lion's share of the jobs and economic impact depend on the development of a specialized port designed to serve as the hub for building, maintaining, and repairing those turbines. It's a little bit of a hackneyed metaphor, but the port for maintaining the turbines would be the port to bring all of that financial impact to our community. To achieve lower energy costs, reduce emissions, and to maximize the amount of time the turbines are actually on the water and generating electricity, this so-called wind port needs to be located relatively close to the turbines themselves. But exactly where it could be located has yet to be determined. So working with leaders like Congressman Carbajal, the Chamber is supporting a federally funded study to ascertain if and where a port like that could be built. And we need to act quickly. The process of applying for permits to place offshore wind turbines will take years to unfold, but the first lease on the West Coast could happen as soon as 2022. And our community needs to be ready. We need to understand what this would mean and how we would like to shape the outcomes. So we're going to continue to keep you updated as the feasibility study moves forward and as local, state, and federal agencies look for community input and make decisions that will ultimately shape what this looks like. Thank you so much.